Imagine a wild horse no one could touch, a child no one truly understood, and a moment that changed everything. Pause, breathe in, because what happens when these two souls meet will make your heart stop and then beat faster than ever. If the story moves you, if it reminds you that quiet strength can roar louder than words, please hit that like button, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Tell us where you're watching from, and if you've ever felt like you didn't belong, but found your place anyway. Now, let's begin. Deep in the hills of Greenfield Valley, there was a small rescue farm called Willow Hollow. It wasn't fancy. No bright lights. No trophies. Just soft earth, tall grass, and animals who had been given a second chance. One summer morning, a new horse arrived. Big, black, eyes full of fire and fear. They called him Storm. And the man who brought him said, "He's dangerous. No one's ever gotten near him, not even with ropes or whips." The farm workers stood by the fence, arms crossed, watching. "He'll never calm down," one said. "He's too far gone." But not everyone thought that. Nearby, sitting in the tall grass, was a 10-year-old boy named Leo. He didn't say much. The world was loud for Leo. Too loud, too fast. But here, at Willow Hollow, it was quiet, safe, and the horses, they didn't need him to talk. They just knew. Leo wore his headphones, not to block the world out, but to keep it steady. Still, he looked up and saw Storm pacing, kicking at the dirt, his hooves pounding like thunder. Leo didn't flinch, didn't look away. Later that week, he started going to the same spot every day, same patch of grass. Same time, he'd sit and watch, and sometimes he'd hum, a soft, slow tune like a lullaby without words. At first, Storm didn't care. He snorted, turned his back, kept pacing. But one afternoon, something changed. The humming came again, and Storm's ears flicked, just once. Then he stopped, stood still, and looked at Leo. No one saw it at first. But Maya, the kind woman who ran Willow Hollow, she did. She walked over slowly. "Leo," she said gentle, "that horse, he's not safe. You shouldn't be so close." Leo didn't look at her, just kept humming. Then, softly, he said, "He's not angry. He's scared." Maya froze. Her breath caught. She'd worked with horses for 20 years and never heard a child say something so true. She didn't push, just watched, and day after day, Leo came, and Storm changed. He stopped charging the fence, stopped kicking, his steps slowed, and every time Leo hummed, Storm's ears turned toward the sound. One afternoon, Leo brought a sketch pad. He drew Storm, not just any drawing, but one that showed the horse's eyes deep, full of something no one else had seen. After an hour, Storm took a step forward, then another, and when Leo turned the sketch to show him, Storm lowered his head like he was looking. Leo looked up, and for the first time spoke to the horse. "You're not angry," he whispered. "You just don't trust anyone yet." Maya, standing far off, felt tears rise, because those words, they weren't just about Storm. They were about Leo, too. That night, Maya asked Leo, "Would you want to help me with Storm? Just walk with him? See how he feels." Leo hesitated. His pencil stopped moving. Then, "Okay," he said, "but only if he wants to." The next day, Leo stepped into the paddock. Slowly, quietly, Storm watched, muscles tight, ready to run. Leo held out his hand and began to hum. Silence. Then Storm took one step, then another, and gently, so gently, his nose touched Leo's fingers. Leo smiled, a real smile, bright, warm, like sunlight after rain. Maya's eyes filled. "That's it," she whispered. "Let him come to you." From then on, they were together, walking, humming, just being. But not everyone believed. One of the ranch workers, Jake, crossed his arms. "He's still wild," he said. "One bad moment, and he'll hurt that kid." Leo heard. His shoulders tensed. His hands curled into fists. Maya knelt beside him. "Don't listen," she said. "What you and Storm have, it's real. And no one can take that from you." That night, Leo sat by Storm's stall. He ran his fingers through the horse's mane. "I know how you feel," he whispered. "Like the world doesn't get you. Like you're too much or not enough. But we're not alone anymore, are we?" Storm nickered softly. His ears turned back, like he was listening, like he understood. Then the storm came, not just in the sky, but in the paddock. Dark clouds rolled in. Wind howled. Thunder cracked. Storm panicked. He reared, pulled back. The saddle slipped, hit the ground with a thud, and he ran. "Storm!" Leo cried. He tried to follow, but Maya held him. "It's too dangerous," she said. But Leo looked at Storm, wild-eyed, pacing, and said, "He needs me." Maya hesitated. "Then let go." Leo stepped forward, heart pounding, hands shaking, but he began to hum. The sound cut through the wind, through the fear. Storm stopped, looked, listened. Leo walked closer, closer, until he could touch him. He placed his hand on Storm's neck. "It's okay," he whispered. "I'm here." And slowly, Storm calmed, lowered his head, pressed his nose into Leo's chest. They stood like that as the rain began to fall, two souls calming each other. The next morning, the world felt different. Maya looked at Leo. "You know, Storm trusts you more than anyone. Have you ever thought about riding him?" Leo's eyes widened. "Riding? On a horse that once wouldn't let anyone near?" He looked at Storm, who looked back, calm, steady, after a long pause. "Okay," Leo said. "Let's try." That afternoon, with Maya holding the lead, Leo was lifted onto Storm's back. So high, so powerful. His hands gripped the saddle. But Storm stood still, patient. "Breathe," Maya said. "He's got you." Leo took a deep breath and nodded. They walked, slow, together, step by step. Then Maya handed Leo the reins. "Your turn," she said. Leo pulled gently, and Storm turned. A smile broke across Leo's face, wide, free, like he'd found a part of himself he never knew was missing. The ranch workers watched. No more doubt, only awe. A week later, a letter came. An invitation. A local horse show wanted Leo and Storm to perform. Just a simple demonstration, to show what trust can do. Leo was nervous. So many people, so much noise. But Storm was calm. On the day of the show, the arena was full. Riders, judges, families, cameras. Leo's hands trembled as they led Storm in. Then the announcer spoke. "Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Leo and Storm. A story of courage, of quiet strength, and a bond no one thought possible." The crowd fell silent. Leo took a breath and began. They walked, turned, stopped. Perfect harmony. Then the jumps. Low, simple, but huge for them. As they approached the first, Leo whispered, "We can do this." And Storm leapt, graceful, strong. The crowd erupted, but Leo didn't hear them. He only felt Storm beneath him, trusting, following, believing. When it ended, people stood, applauded, cheered. A man walked up, eyes shining. "That was beautiful. You've shown us something real." Leo looked at Storm, placed his hand on his neck. "It's not just me," he said. "He made it possible." That night, back at Willow Hollow, Leo sat by the stall, drew a picture of them in the arena, side by side. As the sun set, he whispered, "We did it, boy, and this is just the beginning." If this story touched your heart, if it reminded you that the quiet ones often speak the loudest, please like this video, subscribe, and comment where you're watching from, and who's your Storm, who's your Leo. Because sometimes the ones the world gives up on are the ones who change it. And the moral of the story is, true connection isn't about words, it's about presence. And sometimes the most broken souls heal each other, not by fixing, but by simply being there,